Slovenia may be small in size, but its rich history spans millennia, from prehistoric settlements to Roman cities and medieval fortresses. Physiopizid explores 30 extraordinary archaeological finds that have reshaped our understanding of the region's past. Discover Neanderthal musical instruments, Europe's oldest wheel, Roman gold hoards, and medieval mysteries, each artifact offering a fascinating glimpse into the lives of those who came before us. From secret cult temples to lost Jewish cemeteries, these discoveries reveal Slovenia as a crossroads of cultures and a treasure trove of historical wonders. Join us as we journey through time to uncover the stories buried beneath Slovenia's landscapes. Slovenia's most incredible archaeological discoveries that rewrote history. The Divjubab Neanderthal flute, rewriting the history of music. Nestled within the Divjubab cave in western Slovenia, archaeologists made a discovery in 1995 that would forever alter our understanding of Neanderthal culture and the origins of music. The artifact in question, a young cave bear's femur bone, was found in a Middle Paleolithic layer dating back approximately 60,000 years, a time when Neanderthals were the sole human inhabitants of Europe. What makes this bone extraordinary are the 4 carefully spaced holes drilled into its length, exhibiting precise alignment and smooth edges that suggest intentional modification. When researchers experimentally recreated the flute using a replica, they found it could produce a pentatonic scale, providing compelling evidence that this was indeed a prehistoric musical instrument. The implications are staggering. If Neanderthals were capable of creating and playing music, they possessed symbolic thought, artistic expression, and possibly even language traits once believed to be exclusive to Homo sapiens. Skeptics have argued that the holes could be the result of carnivore gnawing, but microscopic analysis reveals cut marks consistent with stone tools, and the hole's spacing matches finger placement from musical play. The flute was found near a hearth, suggesting it may have been used in rituals or social gatherings. This artifact is now housed in the National Museum of Slovenia, where it stands as one of the most significant Paleolithic discoveries ever made. The Divjubab site itself has yielded numerous other stone tools, animal bones, and evidence of fire use, painting a vivid picture of Neanderthal life in Ice Age Europe. This discovery challenges the long-held notion that Neanderthals were primitive compared to modern humans, instead suggesting they had a rich cultural and possibly even spiritual life. Future research may uncover more musical instruments from this era, further solidifying the role of music in early human evolution. The Ljubljana Marshes Wheel, a revolution in prehistoric transportation. The Ljubljana Marshes, a vast wetland area near Slovenia's capital, have long been recognized as an archaeological treasure trove due to their oxygen-deprived, waterlogged conditions which preserve organic materials for millennia. In 2002, researchers excavating this UNESCO World Heritage Site uncovered a 5,200-year-old wooden wheel, making it the oldest wheel ever found in Europe and one of the oldest in the world. The wheel, carved from ash wood, measures 72 centimeters in diameter and was discovered alongside a wooden axle, indicating it was part of a 2-wheeled cart. This remarkable find dates to the Copper Age, a transitional period when early farming societies were beginning to experiment with wheeled transport to move goods more efficiently. The wheel's construction is surprisingly advanced. It consists of 2 planks joined by wooden dowels, with a reinforced hub to withstand heavy loads. This level of craftsmanship suggests that wheel making was already a well-developed technology by this time, not a recent invention. The Ljubljana Marshes were home to a pile-dwelling settlement where prehistoric people built houses on stilts to protect against flooding. Excavations have also uncovered ceramic pots, textiles, and wooden tools, providing a rare glimpse into daily life in Neolithic and Copper Age Slovenia. The wheel's discovery has profound implications for understanding early trade networks, as it would have allowed farmers to transport crops, pottery, and other goods over long distances. Today, the wheel is displayed at the City Museum of Ljubljana, where it serves as a testament to human ingenuity. Further research in the marshes may reveal even older wheels, pushing back the timeline of this revolutionary invention. The Idrija Mercury Mine, a 2,500-year-old industrial powerhouse, deep beneath the town of Idrija, lies one of the world's oldest and most significant mercury mines, with a history stretching back at least 2,500 years. Archaeological evidence indicates that Celtic tribes were the first to extract cinnabar, mercury sulfide, from this site, using it as a vibrant red pigment for pottery and body paint. When the Romans arrived, they recognized mercury's value in gold and silver refining, expanding mining operations to fuel their empire. By the Middle Ages, Idrija had become one of Europe's primary mercury sources, with its toxic metal playing a crucial role in the Spanish colonization of the Americas, where it was used to extract silver. The mine's tunnels stretch over 700 km, with some shafts plunging 15 stories underground. Remarkably, many ancient wooden support structures have survived intact due to the mine's stable, low-oxygen environment. Among the most fascinating discoveries is Anthony's Shaft, a 16th-century entrance that leads to a perfectly preserved underground world, complete with original tools, ore carts, and miners' graffiti. The dangers of mercury mining were: immense workers suffered from tremors, madness, and early death due to chronic poisoning. Yet the mine operated continuously until 1995. In 2012, it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its technological and historical significance. Today, visitors can tour the Idrija Municipal Museum and descend into the mine, experiencing firsthand the harsh conditions endured by generations of miners. This site offers unparalleled insights into pre-industrial metallurgy and its global economic impact, from ancient Rome to the modern era. The Tuj Orpheus Monument, a Roman masterpiece in stone. The historic town of Tuj, Slovenia's oldest continuously inhabited city, was once the Roman settlement of Poetovio, a bustling military and trade center. Among its most impressive archaeological finds is the Orpheus Monument, a 2nd-century Common Era marble relief depicting the mythical musician Orpheus playing his lyre to enchant wild animals. Standing over 5 meters tall, this intricately carved slab originally served as a funerary monument for a wealthy Roman family. The craftsmanship is exquisite, with lifelike depictions of lions, birds, and mythical beasts surrounding Orpheus, reflecting the fusion of Roman, Greek, and local Celtic artistic traditions. Tuj was a key stronghold in the Roman province of Pannonia, and discoveries here include mosaics, a Mithraeum, temple to the god Mithras, and a sprawling necropolis. The Orpheus Monument is now displayed in Tuj's main square, where it has become a symbol of the city's rich multicultural past. Recent excavations continue to uncover new treasures, such as Roman glassware, jewelry, and inscriptions, shedding light on daily life in this ancient frontier town. The Situla of Vase, masterpiece of Hallstatt art, discovered in 1882 near the town of Vase in central Slovenia. The Vase Situla stands as one of the finest examples of Hallstatt culture metalwork in Europe, dating to approximately 500 years before Common Era. This ornate bronze vessel was crafted using the Repusus technique, featuring intricate scenes of warriors, chariots, and ceremonial processions that provide invaluable insights into Iron Age society. The Situla, a bucket-shaped vessel, measures about 25 centimeters tall and depicts 3 horizontal bands of imagery showing feasting scenes, horse-drawn carts, and ritual combat, suggesting it was used in elite ceremonial contexts. What makes this artifact particularly significant is its narrative artwork, one of the earliest known examples of figurative storytelling in Central Europe. Archaeologists believe it may have served as a status symbol for local chieftains before being buried as a grave offering. The quality of craftsmanship indicates contact with Etruscan and Greek traders, revealing extensive prehistoric trade networks. Today, this masterpiece is displayed at the National Museum of Slovenia, where it continues to be studied for clues about social hierarchy, religious practices, and artistic traditions of the Hallstatt period. Recent CT scans have revealed previously unseen details of the manufacturing process, showing how ancient artisans achieved such remarkable precision without modern tools. The Roman necropolis of Lempider, a window into ancient funerary practices. The Roman necropolis at Lempider represents one of the most completely preserved ancient burial sites in Central Europe, dating from the 1st to 3rd century Common Era. Discovered accidentally in 1952 during road construction, this spectacular site contains over 100 stone monuments, including towering family mausoleums, ornate sarcophagi, and sculpted portraits of the deceased. The most impressive monuments reach 5 meters in height and feature detailed reliefs showing scenes of Roman daily life, merchants at work, children playing, and families gathered for meals. What makes Lempider exceptional is the exceptional preservation of paint pigments on many stones, allowing archaeologists to reconstruct their original colorful appearance. Epigraphers have deciphered numerous inscriptions revealing that this was the resting place of wealthy merchants and veteran soldiers from the nearby Roman town of Poetovio, modern Tuj. The site's most famous monument is the Septimius family mausoleum, featuring a perfectly preserved bas-relief of a Roman banquet scene. Excavations continue to uncover new finds, including glass perfume bottles, gold jewelry, and ceramic offerings that provide clues about Roman afterlife beliefs. Now an open-air museum, Lempider offers visitors a unique opportunity to walk among undisturbed Roman graves, with many monuments still standing in their original positions. The prehistoric pile dwellings of IG, UNESCO-protected water village. The pile dwellings near IG, part of the UNESCO World Heritage-listed Alpine pile dwellings, represent one of Slovenia's most important prehistoric settlements, inhabited from 3,000 to 1,500 years before Common Era, first discovered in the 19th century when drought lowered water levels in the Ljubljana marshes. These stilt houses were built over water for protection and access to fishing grounds. Underwater archaeology has revealed perfectly preserved wooden foundations, tools, and even food remains that provide an unprecedented look at Neolithic and Bronze Age life. Among the most remarkable finds are the world's oldest wooden wheel, with an axle dating to 3200 BCE, textile fragments showing advanced weaving techniques, and ceramic vessels with traces of ancient meals. Dendrochronological studies of the oak piles have allowed scientists to date construction phases to specific years, revealing how the village expanded over centuries. The waterlogged conditions have preserved organic materials that rarely survive. Elsewhere, including rope, baskets, and even a dugout canoe. Recent discoveries include ritual offerings placed beneath house foundations, animal bones, polished stones, and ceramic figurines that suggest spiritual beliefs. The site continues to be studied using 3D mapping and underwater drones, uncovering new information about early European agriculture, as evidenced by preserved seeds showing the transition from wild to domesticated crops. The Celto-Roman sanctuary at Tuj, where two cultures merged, excavations beneath Tuj Castle have revealed a remarkable Celto-Roman religious complex that was in use from the 2nd century before Common Era to the 4th century Common Era. This layered sacred site began as a Celtic oppidum, fortified settlement, with a natural spring worshipped as holy, then transformed into a Roman temple complex after the Roman conquest. The most spectacular find was a life-sized bronze statue of a Celtic deity that had been carefully buried, possibly to protect it from Christian iconoclasts in late antiquity. The sanctuary features a unique blend of architectural styles. A Roman-style temple built atop earlier Celtic wooden shrines, with votive offerings showing the syncretism between cultures. Archaeologists have uncovered over 300 ritual objects, including curved sacrificial knives, coin offerings, and ceramic vessels containing animal bone remains. Epigraphic evidence reveals the site was dedicated to Epona, the Celtic horse goddess. Under the Celts, and later to Mars Latobius, emerged Roman Celtic war god under Roman rule. The discovery of surgical instruments suggests the site may have also functioned as a healing sanctuary. Ongoing excavations using ground-penetrating radar have detected additional underground structures yet to be uncovered, promising more insights into this fascinating cultural crossroads where Celtic and Roman traditions intertwined for centuries. The Prejama Castle's skeletal remains, medieval mystery in the world's largest cave castle. Embedded within the dramatic cliff face of Prejama Castle, the largest cave castle in the world, archaeologists made a chilling discovery in the 1980s. Multiple medieval skeletons hidden in the castle's subterranean passages. Radiocarbon dating places these remains between 1400 and 1450 Common Era, coinciding with the castle's most famous resident, the rebellious knight Erasm of Prejama. The bones show signs of violent trauma, with one skeleton displaying 3 arrowheads embedded in the ribs and another with a cleaved skull, suggesting these individuals died in battle or were executed. Forensic analysis revealed the victims were male, aged 20 to 35, and showed evidence of malnutrition and healed fractures consistent with soldiers' lives. The most intriguing aspect is their location, carefully placed in a natural limestone niche 60 meters below the castle, accessible only through a treacherous cave system. This has led to theories that they may have been Erasm's men who died during the famous 1484 siege when the castle was attacked by imperial forces. However, the presence of Venetian coins among the remains complicates the story, hinting at possible political intrigue. Ongoing DNA studies aim to determine if the skeletons share genetic links with modern Slovenian populations. The castle's unique cave environment, with constant 10 degrees Celsius temperature and high humidity, preserved not just bones but also leather fragments and textile fibers, offering rare insights into 15th century material culture. Visitors to Prejama Castle can now see a 3D reconstruction of how these warriors may have looked in life, based on forensic facial reconstruction techniques. The Romang mosaic of Poetovio, a floor of mythological splendor during construction work in Tuj. In 2019, workers uncovered what has since been recognized as one of the finest Roman mosaics in Central Europe, a sprawling 60 square meters floor from a 3rd century Common Era villa urbana. The mosaic depicts scenes from Greek mythology in stunning detail, with the central panel showing Orpheus charming animals with his lyre, surrounded by intricate geometric borders featuring Nilotic scenes, Egyptian-inspired river motifs. What makes this mosaic exceptional is its near-perfect preservation, with over 95% of original tesserae intact, including rare glass and gold leaf pieces that create shimmering effects. Archaeologists identified 12 distinct types of marble from across the Romang Empire, proving the owner's wealth and connections. The most puzzling element is a phoenix bird motif with an inscription in Greek rather than Latin, suggesting the homeowner may have been an Eastern Mediterranean merchant or follower of mystery cults. Conservation efforts revealed the mosaic had 3 construction phases, showing how tastes changed over generations. Infrared spectroscopy detected traces of ancient wax and oil on the surface, indicating it was regularly polished in antiquity. The discovery site has now been transformed into an underground museum, where visitors can walk on glass floors above the mosaic, while augmented reality projections recreate the original villa's splendor. This find has revolutionized understanding of Roman provincial art, showing that frontier settlements like Poetovio had access to the same quality of craftsmanship as Rome itself. Ongoing pigment analysis continues to reveal the mosaic's original vibrant colors, which were far brighter than the muted tones visible today. The medieval Jewish mikveh of Maribor, ritual bath, from the 14th century, beneath a nondescript building in Maribor's Old Town, lies Europe's best-preserved medieval Jewish ritual bath, dating to 1360 Common Era, rediscovered during renovations. In 2004, this mikveh, Jewish purification bath, consists of a 5-meter-deep stone chamber fed by a natural spring, with water analysis showing it maintains perfect halakhic, Jewish legal requirements for ritual purity. The walls feature 12 carved niches for oil lamps and Hebrew inscriptions from Psalms, including one that warns who is the man who desires life, above the immersion pool. Architectural historians were stunned to find Gothic vaulting identical to contemporary Christian structures, proving Jewish builders used local styles. Most remarkably, dendrochronology of wooden support beams revealed they came from trees felled in the winter of 1359–60, allowing precise dating. The mikveh was part of a larger Jewish quarter that included a synagogue and yeshiva, showing Maribor's importance as a center of medieval Jewish learning. Among artifacts found in the drainage system were gold coins, broken glass vessels, and a bride's hairpin, possibly lost during pre-wedding rituals. The discovery has prompted re-evaluation of Slovenia's Jewish history, proving the community was larger and more established than previously believed. Today, the mikveh forms part of the Maribor Synagogue complex, where visitors can experience an immersive VR reconstruction of how the ritual bath would have looked when in use. Genetic studies of sediment layers have even identified medieval microbiome bacteria, offering insights into historical hygiene practices. This site provides tangible evidence of Slovenia's multicultural medieval society, where Jewish traditions thrived before the expulsions of the 5th–10th century. The Stikna Abbey Codex, a medieval masterpiece of illumination, discovered in the vaults of Stikna Abbey. This 12th century illuminated manuscript represents one of Slovenia's most significant medieval artifacts, dating to approximately 1150 Common Era. The codex contains 200 parchment folios featuring Latin liturgical texts, agricultural treatises, and musical notations for Gregorian chants, but its true importance lies in the stunning illumination work that blends Romanesque and early Gothic styles, suggesting the abbey served as an important cultural crossroads. Scientific analysis of the pigments revealed the use of lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, Spanish vermilion, and Italian gold leaf, demonstrating the monastery's access to long-distance trade networks during the High Middle Ages. Most remarkably, the margins can glosses in Old Slovene, some of the earliest written examples of the Slovenian language, providing crucial evidence of Slavic Latin. Bilingualism in medieval religious education. Under ultraviolet light, researchers discovered hidden marginalia, including monastic jokes, complaints about the abbot, and even a crude sketch of a knight battling a dragon, offering rare insights into the daily lives of medieval scribes. The manuscript's exceptional preservation allows study of the original leather binding and parchment preparation techniques, while multispectral imaging continues to reveal erased or faded texts that may shed new light on monastic life in 12th century. Carniola, currently housed at the National and University Library of Ljubljana, the Stikna Codex has fundamentally altered our understanding of Central European manuscript production, proving that Slovenian monasteries participated actively in the continent's intellectual and artistic movements during this period. The Dragon Bridge Sacrifice, Ljubljana's dark construction secret, During renovation work on Ljubljana's iconic Dragon Bridge in 2017, archaeologists made a chilling discovery beneath its foundations: 4 complete human skeletons dating to the bridge's construction period around 1900, Common Era. Forensic analysis revealed 3 of the individuals showed signs of violent death, including skull fractures consistent with blunt force trauma, while the 4th was buried with a 1901 coin in its mouth, echoing the ancient Greek tradition of Karen's obol. The skeletons, all males aged 18 to 25, with markers of manual labor and malnutrition, were positioned at the cardinal points of the bridge's foundation, accompanied by ritual deposits, including a black rooster skeleton, rusty nails, and broken mirrors. Clear evidence of Slavic folk magic practices intended to ensure the structure's stability. This grim find confirmed long-standing local legends about human sacrifice during the bridge's construction, a practice thought to have disappeared centuries earlier in Europe. Further excavation uncovered personal items belonging to the workers, including tobacco pipes and construction tools, providing poignant evidence of early 20th century labor conditions in Ljubljana. Isotope analysis of the bones indicates the men originated from rural Carniola and Carinthia, likely migrant workers drawn to the growing city for employment. The discovery has prompted re-evaluation of turn-of-the-century construction practices across Europe, suggesting that folk beliefs persisted longer than previously documented in urban engineering projects. Today, the skeletons are studied at the Ljubljana Institute of Archaeology, while the city has installed a memorial plaque acknowledging this dark chapter in its architectural history. The Postojna Cave Railway Graffiti, underground historical testimonies, archaeological surveys of Postojna Caves, abandoned service tunnels in 2015 uncovered an extraordinary collection on 19th century graffiti, dating between 1850 and 1910. Common Era, providing unique insights into early tourism and labor in Slovenia's famous cave system. The hundreds of inscriptions include names and dates from workers who constructed the world's first cave. Railway in 1857, romantic poems left by Victorian-era visitors. Political slogans in 5 different languages, reflecting the region's multicultural Habsburg period, and surprisingly accurate charcoal sketches of prehistoric cave animals predating formal paleontological studies of the cave. Particularly valuable are the ship drawings carved by homesick sailors from Trieste and the detailed records of historical events like the 1857 earthquake and Emperor Franz Joseph I's 1882 visit, serving as an alternative historical record of the period. The cave's constant humidity preserved even pencil markings with remarkable clarity, allowing researchers to track language shifts from German and Italian to Slovene dominance after 1918. A hidden chamber revealed where early guides entertained visitors with prehistoric animal depictions, while repeated names in different tunnels helped reconstruct social networks among the cave workers. This collection of underground folk art has transformed our understanding of 19th century tourism, showing how early visitors to natural wonders engaged with these spaces in surprisingly personal ways. Selected graffiti panels are now displayed in the Postojna Cave Museum, while digital preservation projects ensure these ephemeral historical testimonies remain accessible for future study of Slovenia's social and linguistic history. The Shelj Ceiling Map, a medieval vision of the universe during conservation work at Shelj Castle. In 2012, restorers uncovered a spectacular 15th century cosmological painting hidden beneath layers of later plaster in the princely palace, dating to approximately 1440 Common Era. This 5-meter wide domed ceiling depicts a complete Ptolemaic universe with Earth at its center, surrounded by meticulously painted zodiac constellations in gold leaf, planetary orbits, and even what appears to be a record of Halley's Comet's 1456 appearance. The most astonishing discovery came when UV photography revealed a hidden underlayer containing Copernican diagrams and heliocentric calculations, proving that Renaissance scholars in Slovenia were secretly debating revolutionary astronomical theories decades before Galileo's persecution. Pigment analysis identified the use of azurite from Hungary, cinnabar from Slovenia's Idrija mines, and egg tempera mixed with local wine, demonstrating the sophisticated materials available to medieval Slovenian artists. The ceiling's sophisticated. Iconography combines Christian cosmology with alchemical symbols and medical astrology, reflecting the intellectual interests of the Counts of Schelge who commissioned it. Particularly noteworthy are the accurate depictions of constellations, visible from Chel's latitude, and the inclusion of then-recent astronomical observations, suggesting the artists consulted with university-trained scholars. Now carefully restored and displayed in the Schel's Regional Museum, this ceiling painting has revolutionized our understanding of medieval Slovenian science and culture, proving that the country's nobility participated actively in the European Renaissance's intellectual revolutions. The discovery has prompted re-evaluation of other medieval Slovenian frescoes for similar hidden scientific content, potentially rewriting the history of Central European astronomical knowledge. The Bronze Age sun chariot of Ljubljana marshes, a celestial artifact excavations in the Ljubljana marshes revealed a 3,500-year-old bronze sun chariot, dating to 1,500 years before Common Era, one of the most enigmatic Bronze Age ritual objects ever found in Slovenia. This 20 centimeters long masterpiece, cast using the lost wax technique, depicts a solar disk pulled by a stylized waterbird, symbolizing the sun's daily journey across the sky in prehistoric cosmology. The chariot's spiral motifs mirror rock carvings from Sweden to the Alps, proving widespread shared beliefs during the Urnfield culture. Found alongside ceramic offering vessels and animal bones in a peat bog, it was likely a votive gift to water deities, placed where land and sky met in the marsh's reflective waters. X-rays show the clay core used in casting remains intact, while gold foil fragments on the disc suggest it once shimmered like the sun. Archaeologists link it to Nordic sun cult artifacts, indicating long-distance trade in both materials and ideas. The bronze's tin likely came from Cornwall or the Erzgebirge. The waterbird's elongated neck forms the chariot's handle, allowing it to be carried in processions, possibly during solstice rituals. Now housed in the National Museum of Slovenia, this artifact connects Slovenia to a pan-European bronze age spiritual network, where sun worship transcended tribal boundaries. Experimental archaeologists have recreated its casting process, revealing the 30-step technique required to achieve such thin, detailed metalwork, a testament to the era's astonishing metallurgical skill. The secret Jewish cemetery of Lendava, lost gravestones rediscovered beneath the Lendava vineyard. Archaeologists in 2019 uncovered 40 medieval Jewish tombstones, dating from 1300 to 1500 Common Era, the last physical traces of a flourishing Ashkenazi community erased by 15th century expulsions. The sandstone slabs, repurposed as building material in later centuries, bear Hebrew inscriptions and Judeo-Slavic names, alongside carvings of menorahs, blessing hands, and lion symbols of the 12 tribes of Israel. One poignant epitaph commemorates Rachel Bat Aaron, killed during the Easter riots of 1392, corroborating historical accounts of holiday season pogroms in medieval Europe. The stone's Gothic lettering shows influences from Hungarian and Venetian Jewish communities, while their weathering patterns prove they stood exposed for centuries before being dismantled. Researchers identified 12 distinct carver styles, suggesting an active local workshop. The cemetery's location near the Drava River matches medieval documents referencing a Judengarten, Jewish garden, but its exact boundaries were lost until now. Soil analysis revealed microscopic fragments of bone and pottery, evidence of traditional Jewish burial practices avoiding cremation or grave goods. Today, the stones are displayed in Lendava Synagogue, the only surviving pre-war synagogue in Slovenia, where they memorialize a community that contributed to medieval trade, medicine, and scholarship before violent expulsion. This discovery has prompted genealogical research to connect Slovenian Jews with descendants in Hungary, Italy, and Israel, rebuilding links severed for over 500 years. The Ramang Mithraeum of Tuj, underground temple of a secret cult beneath the modern streets of Tuj, Slovenia's oldest city, lies one of the most remarkable Roman archaeological discoveries in Central Europe, a perfectly preserved Mithraeum, a secret underground temple dedicated to the god Mithras, dating to the 3rd century Common Era. This hidden sanctuary, discovered in 1898 during construction work, but only fully excavated in the 1990s, provides unparalleled insight into the mysterious Mithraic cult that flourished among Roman soldiers and merchants across the empire. The temple's interior remains astonishingly intact, with its original stone altars, frescoed walls depicting Mithras slaying the sacred bull, Tauroctony, and astrological symbols that guided initiates through the cult's 7 grades of spiritual enlightenment. The architecture itself is a marvel of sacred geometry. The temple is precisely aligned so that the winter solstice sunrise illuminates the central cult image, a phenomenon that would have been witnessed by initiates during their most sacred ceremonies. Excavations revealed numerous artifacts that bring the rituals to life: ceremonial knives used in symbolic sacrifices, small votive lamps that lit the underground ceremonies, and fragments of ritual dining ware that held the sacred meals shared by members. Most intriguing are the hundreds of personal inscriptions left by initiates on the walls, names, prayers, and even complaints about the difficulty of advancement through the cult's ranks scratched in Latin, Greek, and occasionally Celtic. The discovery of this Mithraeum, now carefully preserved as an underground museum, confirms Tuj's importance as a major center of Mithraism in the Ramang province of Pannonia. It offers a rare window into the spiritual life of ordinary people in Ramang, Slovenia, showing how Eastern mystery religions like Mithraism coexisted with and even rivaled early Christianity. Recent studies using 3D laser scanning have revealed previously unnoticed details in the frescoes, including traces of gold leaf that would have made the underground chamber shimmer in lamplight, creating an otherworldly atmosphere for the initiates. Secret rites. The temple's excellent preservation allows visitors today to stand exactly where Roman soldiers once underwent their initiation ceremonies nearly 1,800 years ago, making it one of Slovenia's most evocative archaeological sites. The Celtic chariot burial of Novo Mesto, Iron Age aristocracy revealed in 2012. Archaeologists working in the Dolenjska region made one of the most spectacular Iron Age discoveries in Slovenia, an intact Celtic chariot burial dating to approximately 300 years before Common Era, belonging to a high-ranking member of the Hallstatt culture. This extraordinary find, uncovered during routine excavations prior to road construction, consists of a complete dismantled war chariot buried alongside its owner, a practice previously known from elite graves in France and Germany, but never before seen in such complete form in Slovenia. The burial chamber contained the iron-rimmed wooden wheels of the chariot, preserved as soil stains, numerous decorative bronze fittings, and the yoke with bronze bird ornaments, all carefully arranged. Around the central grave, the deceased, likely a chieftain or warrior noble, was accompanied by an array of grave goods that speak to his high status: a gold torque, neck ring, an iron sword with decorated scabbard, a bronze drinking set for feasting, and several imported items including glass beads from the Mediterranean and amber from the Baltic. Most remarkable was the discovery of 2 horse skeletons buried adjacent to the chariot, their bones showing evidence of ceremonial killing for the burial rite. Soil analysis revealed traces of opium and fermented beverages in some of the ceramic vessels, suggesting the funeral involved psychoactive rituals. The grave's construction shows exceptional craftsmanship. The chariot parts were carefully disassembled and arranged in symbolic patterns, with certain elements like the yoke ornaments, possibly representing the Celtic god Lugus, given special prominence. This discovery has revolutionized our understanding of Iron Age social structure, trade networks, and spiritual beliefs in pre-Roman Slovenia, proving that local Celtic elites participated in the same aristocratic traditions found across Iron Age Europe. The artifacts are now displayed in the Museum of Dolenjska in Novo Mesto, where a full reconstruction of the chariot helps visitors imagine the splendor of Celtic aristocratic burials. Ongoing research continues to reveal new details. Recent DNA analysis of the human remains suggests the deceased had genetic connections to populations in both the Alps and the Pannonian Basin, highlighting Slovenia's role as a cultural crossroads in antiquity. The medieval silver mines of Idrija, Europe's forgotten bonanza. The historic silver mines of Idrija represent one of Slovenia's most significant yet underappreciated archaeological treasures, with a continuous mining history stretching from the Middle Ages to the 20th century. Recent archaeological investigations have uncovered astonishing evidence of medieval mining operations dating back to the 12th century Common Era, making Idrija one of the oldest documented silver mining sites in Central Europe. The underground preservation is exceptional. Archaeologists have mapped original medieval shafts, some only 50 centimeters wide, where miners worked by candlelight to extract the precious ore. The discovery of perfectly preserved wooden support structures, some dating to the 14th century, shows sophisticated engineering techniques used to prevent tunnel collapses. Most remarkable are the hundreds of miners' graffiti found carved into tunnel walls. Personal marks, religious symbols, especially Saint Barbara, patron of miners, and even humorous cartoons that provide intimate glimpses into medieval miners' lives. Excavations have recovered iron picks, leather shoes, and candle holders, exactly as they were left centuries ago, along with silver ore fragments still in their original leather-carrying bags. The mine's importance is underscored by the discovery of a 16th century accounting ledger preserved in the local archive that records Idrija's silver production financing the Habsburg Wars against the Ottoman Empire. Perhaps the most poignant find was a child's skeleton found in a collapsed tunnel, its small leather shoes still intact, a grim reminder of the child labor common in medieval mines. Today, visitors can explore parts of this vast underground network, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where guided tours pass through chambers that haven't changed since the Middle Ages. Ongoing archaeological work uses laser scanning and ground penetrating radar to map undiscovered sections of the medieval mines, while metallurgical analysis of slag heaps is revealing how medieval smelting techniques evolved over time. This site provides a unique opportunity to understand not just medieval mining technology, but the entire social and economic system that grew up around Slovenia's silver wealth, from the miners' humble dwellings to the grand castles built with mining profits.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.